Good morning, friends. Listen, today I want to share a word of encouragement for you. We're not going to declare anything today. I'm going to share something with you. See, many of you are in this battle and you don't understand what's going on. It looks like things are just getting worse and worse and worse. And it looks like that God is not there, that God has just left you, and you're saying, God, I'm losing everything. God, it looks like some of you are in divorce court, and it looks like you're going to lose your homes. It looks like you're going to lose your income. It looks like you are losing. But I am here to tell you this morning, friend, you're not losing. You are being set up for your promised land. How do I know that? 3 years ago, I was coming to the end of my battle. I didn't know that it was the end of my battle. I had no idea. I had been in this fight for 4 years, believing for my children, believing for my husband, and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And then God said to me, He said, Shauna, quit your job and move. Quit your job, leave your home. And I remember thinking, this is just something else that I'm losing. This is just something else that is being taken from me. Now I have no stability. Now I have no home. And not only was I losing my home, but God was sending me to foreign land. He moved me to another state. And when I got to where God was sending me, the land, I'm standing on it right now, the land looked dead. It looked like I had finally lost everything. Looked like I'd finally lost everything. And I remember sitting here, husband gone, children gone, no job, no home, a new home that wasn't like the home that I had to give up. And I remember thinking, it can't get any worse than this. It can't get any worse than this. You think people pitied me in the 4 years that I was believing for my marriage and for my children? Oh, they were really pitying me now. That poor woman, she's lost everything. No, I had arrived at my promised land and I couldn't even see it. I had no idea that I was standing on my promised land. I had no idea what God had in store for me and my family on this very land. No idea whatsoever. When I looked at it, it was empty. There was nothing there. Now when I look at it, see back there? The prayer house. The prayer house where now 40 beloveds have returned back to God. Just through my prayers and your prayers, through my fasting and your fasting, believing God, because I tell people what God did for me and my family. And we have seen 40 prodigals, 40 beloveds return back to God. Friends, I am here to tell you today. You may not understand what's happening. You may not understand, and you're like, God, this thing can't get any worse. It looks like I'm losing everything. No, friend. No, friend. God is setting you up to step into your promised land. The battle, it will always look, in the very end, completely hopeless. Completely hopeless, to the point that you're like, it can't get any worse than this. And everyone around you watching is going, yeah, this is really bad. And then God steps in. God steps in and everybody goes, that was God. That was God. See, friends, you have to understand, God allowed his friend Lazarus to die. He allowed his friend Lazarus to die for the glory of God. He knew that God would get more glory by allowing Lazarus to die. And I love when Jesus stepped on the scene, and here came little Martha with her little faith. It looked hopeless. It looked completely hopeless. And she said, Jesus, Lazarus is dead. If you would have come sooner, if you would have come sooner, he wouldn't have died. And Jesus, I love how he gave this little small rebuke to Martha. He turned around and he looked at Martha and he said, Martha, didn't I tell you if you would just believe, you would see the glory of God? And then he went over to the tomb and he said, Lazarus, come forth. Oh, I love it. And here come Lazarus. That is where you are at, my friend. You have to have enough faith to believe that even if this thing dies, even if this divorce goes through, even if they keep calling you and telling you, I don't love you anymore, I'm not in love with you, I want a divorce, even if you say, God, will you give me even if faith? Will you give me faith to believe that this thing is going to come alive again? I hope this encourages you, friends, because I am a testament to when it looks absolutely impossible, God showed up. He did it for me, and he will do it for you, but you must believe. You must believe, and you must get up and fight every day. I love you. I will see you tomorrow.